We are rolling. All right.
Okay.
Welcome to the show.
Thanks. Welcome to the show to yourself.
All right. What you got going on there?
Same thing.
Cyan and magenta.
Yep. Same thing.
Page 115.
I spent most of last week setting up the new desktop, so whenever I get to letter this, I'll be lettering it on the new desktop. And I set up this thing called Font Base. And it's like a font. It's like a font manager where you can like you put your fonts in folders and you can check them, see how it sounds, like what you write down, see what it looks like when you can type into it and stuff. I mean, you've seen font managers before.
Yeah.
And so now that I have that, I'll be able to do a lot more variety of sound effects than I used to do.
Ah, okay.
So, because I have them all in a folder
Fantastic.
now, I don't have to go like looking for them, because they're all in the folder. So I can say like, wham, what's it gonna look best at? And then I got like 100 sound effects fonts, so I'll pick,
All right, sound effects fonts, folks.
Yeah, and
how to deal with it.
Speech. Speech is another important thing for comics. Not everybody talks the same.
Yeah.
I got some alien speeches and monster speech and wizard speech and
cool. When we do the alien meet Atomsplit comic, you can use the alien speeches.
Yep. I got robot speeches for that
I
too.
think we should do that one next, maybe.
Okay.
Because that whole idea was, I don't want to give it away, but that was. I think that could be a winner.
Okay. And that'll be our break between parts 1 and 2 of this.
Yeah.
We already have 2.
I mean, it doesn't have to be like super long. We can make it short. But,
yeah.
So it doesn't last 5 years.
Yes.
But it could just be a series of like full frame shots that are only, maybe it's 12 or 20. I don't know.
I don't know about that, but
too hard.
Well,
does it communicate?
I mean, I don't think it's going to communicate well.
Yeah. All right. Well, it would have to have like written stuff. I don't know.
Well, I mean, but that's kind of like having an album full of solos.
Yeah.
just all solos.
That's a great idea. An album full of solos.
Well, I mean, it'll start out fun, but then you're like, I need some bass.
Man, I think Yngwie Malmstorm did an album full of solos. Wow.
I bet so. Isn't he part of like that new guitar tour thing going on?
Yeah.
What is that called?
Maybe.
Guitar.
Oh, I don't know what it's called,
something.
But I think they played Bohemian Rhapsody all on lead guitars. Did you see that?
No, I didn't. It's not like who else is in there? Joe Satriani?
Yeah, I think like the really, really super beyond good, they just make you sick kind of guys.
Yeah.
Is Steve Vai in it too? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know.
All the usual suspects when it comes to elaborate guitar.
Yeah. So anyways. All right, so let's do a media update before we hit the topic.
All right, so I finished watching Daredevil Season 1.
And you're blown away. You're very impressed. Yes.
I'm blown away, but I think like I'm blown away because I'm like, what is going on with the Kingpin?
Yeah.
He's such a wussy boy. Oh man. Okay. So Wilson Fisk.
That's like a t-shirt there.
The Kingpin.
Yeah.
Not really much of a Kingpin. I mean, I guess he had like a lot of people But he just didn't really. He just didn't seem like the comic kingpin. I mean, the comic kingpin.
You just wait.
Okay, that's what I thought, because I was like thinking, well, they got to ramp it up.
They ramp it up in season 3. Season 2 is a lot of versus I can't even remember now. Punisher and stuff, and then I just finished season 3, and yeah, he's the predominant and the setup of spoiler alert Bullseye. So it's good stuff.
Yeah, so what I was gonna do is I was just gonna like watch. After I finished watching Daredevil, I was like, I'm just gonna do all the Daredevil, all the Jessica Jones, all the Power Man and Iron Fist, whatever they're called, Luke Cage and Iron Fist. And then after I did all of those, and then I was gonna watch the Defenders. But after I finished watching Daredevil, I like clicked down to see like the preview of the Defenders just to make sure, and it had Daredevil in his like original black mask, and I was like, that's not good, because it's gonna be like in the middle of something.
And you got to get through season 3 though,
right?
Because that you don't know what happens. Like something happens to his costume, so that's all I'll say to you.
Okay, so see all right. So then what I did was I feel like you gotta like do it in the right order. So
yeah, I'm not sure what the right order is.
Well, I looked it up. I looked up the right order.
Oh, okay.
And if you're gonna do it right, you have to go by how this order does that I found. So I gotta watch Jessica Jones and I think Iron Fist for sure. Then I can watch the Defenders, and then I can finish I can finish the series. So I'm gonna get. What
about Luke Cage?
Well, I don't think you have to watch Luke Cage before the Defenders, but I don't know for sure. I mean, I just looked at the order for a little bit.
Yeah.
But I'm just gonna treat it like one of those like summer crossover, like the big Marvel summer, everybody's involved annual crossover thing, and go by this this list here. So that's what I'm gonna do. So next, not Daredevil, Jessica Jones.
All right, I need to follow suit since I've just finished Daredevil.
Kind of
cool.
I think according to the list, I should have gone with Jessica Jones first, but that doesn't really matter. It's like, it says really the only thing that matters is you got to watch Iron Fist 1, Season 1 before Defenders.
Okay.
So
I watched a little bit of the first and then I turned it off, but yeah.
A little bit of Iron Fist?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, man. I don't really have a media update other than it's in the middle of February and I'm working on February's RPM challenge of writing 10 songs and writing and recording in February. So I've got 12 songs and now I just got to finish them. So I don't think I got a hit song, but I got a bunch of potential B-sides. So that's all I got for update.
Well, I mean, not everything's gonna be a hit, but
not everything's. There might be a half of a hit a couple times, but you got to get through the other, the regular, the B-sides and the deep cuts sometimes in your life. So
sometimes the deep cuts are better than what people say the hits are.
Well, exactly. To the true fans and to true, people who appreciate it. Yeah. When I say hit song, I mean top radio or whatever,
Yeah.
top Spotify. So
Billboard.
It's a different
top 100 catchy tunes.
So maybe next podcast, I'll play whatever I feel like is the best one or two. So, all right.
One more media update before I forgot. Yeah. So we're going to see a bunch of concerts this year, and I finished listening to all the studio. I don't know if I said this before, but I finished listening to all the studio Kiss albums.
Yes.
And then I started with all the studio Ozzy albums and Black Sabbath that had Ozzy singing.
Yeah.
And I came away with my favorite songs are still my favorite songs.
All right. Fair enough.
Yeah. Supernaut, I think that's my favorite of all time, Black Sabbath.
I don't know if I know what that one is.
Oh, that's dude, check it out, man. It's a good one.
Right.
That might be a deep cut,
Yeah. I don't have a big familiarity with Black Sabbath tunes other than Iron Man and maybe War Pigs or something, or Paranoid. So.
Yeah, Paranoid, that's another one of my favorites. Yeah. So anyway, next...
Well, hopefully he will be able to see that show, because I know he's been in the hospital and stuff, so...
I thought that was done with.
I think he's done with it, but, Lord knows when something else will happen between now and April.
Yeah. I think it'll be good. I think it'll be fine.
Yeah.
All
right.
So next up, the last band I'm going to do is Megadeth.
Yeah.
All the Megadeth studio albums.
Whew. That'll be hard.
There's not that many.
No?
No. It's really
I meant just on your ears.
Oh.
Yeah. On your headphones.
Yeah.
You might blow your headphones out. I don't know, I'm not, I know pretty much just Peace Sells, but who's buying?
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe one from a couple years ago. And, man, I don't know, so when Megadeth gets up there at the State Farm Arena,
yeah.
I don't know what it's going to be like. You might have to put, I don't know.
Are you bringing earphones?
Well, I wasn't going to say that, but,
People do that.
Might have some toilet paper to put in my ear, so.
People do that.
Mm-hmm. When they get my age, they do. So we'll see. But that's good. You'll have to let me know what the key songs are.
All right. Will do.
But that's a good call. All right. All right, so just as we know, our topic is that 1% of the world supposedly controls 99% of the wealth, and 1% of musicians sell 99% of music.
What percent of musicians?
According to this guy, it's 1%.
Okay. So it's 1%, 1%.
This is extreme percentages, if you really break it down. That could be true. So in 2007, out of 8,000 songs released on iTunes, only 102 albums sold more than 1 million copies. So why do we do what we do if we're not on the front page of Billboard? Because we're artists. And I think the same goes for art, not just music.
Yeah.
Artists, music artists, visual artists, performance artists.
Well, do you
food artists?
Do you have
any
more statistics?
Oh yeah, we can give you some. We can give you some more. You want some more statistics? Out of 94% of the songs on iTunes, which is about 77.5 million, sold less than 100 copies. So, just to make more depressing, 32% of songs sold on iTunes only sold one copy. That's one sale. That's your mom who bought that.
That's songs?
Your mom.
Singles.
Yeah, like singles, I guess. Yeah. And this was based on my research in deciding when we did the remix CD whether to go with CD Baby or TuneCore. And so I was doing research to see about, the relationship of sales and royalties and what you got to pay and all that. And I found this article. So pretty fascinating.
Yeah.
So Drake's Facebook page, I don't like him at all or in any way. I've never heard a Drake song that I probably have, but I couldn't mention.
Well, how you know you
his
don't
Facebook
like him?
page has. That's true. I should give it a chance. His page has 35 million likes, but his album sales clocked in at 1,700,000 as of 2016. So it's only 4.85% of the people. This is another category to get into. Only 4.85% of the people who like Drake on his Facebook page bought his record. So what does that say? That says there's a lot of people out there listening to radio. I don't know if that counts streaming, who like you on your Facebook page. You don't actually buy your thing. I mean, we can account to that. We have a couple thousand likes on our Facebook page, and not a couple thousand necessarily sales.
Well, yeah, but I mean, liking somebody on Facebook is just like not very.
It's easy.
Yes, it's super easy. It's not a lot of work involved there, and usually, like, if you like somebody, you might get like a free download or something. I don't know, but
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that is liking somebody on Facebook, and this guy's only talking about iTunes. I mean, that's just one part of
right.
Of
but
sales.
It plays into the kind of, I don't know, we call it theology that 1% of the world controls 99% of the wealth, and I think you could probably say 3% controls 90%, and 3% of musicians sell 95% of the music. So it's the 80-20 rule expanded a little.
Well, let's see. I did some research too.
All right.
Let's see. Here are some of the wealthiest people in the world. Bill Gates.
Yep.
Bill Gates, he's got so much money, he doesn't even know what to do with it. He started that thing where he's trying to get like people in third world countries like basic diseases. He's trying to eradicate basic diseases in third world countries, like things we don't even have to worry about.
But they do.
Yeah, but they do. Like malaria.
Yeah.
And
which we had to worry about 100 years ago.
Right.
Or 50 years ago.
Right. So, I mean, he's making good use of his money. Who else is... okay, so Warren Buffett. I don't really know what he does. Mark Zuckerberg. Facebook. Mr. Facebook. He's in a lot of trouble. Nobody really... There's a lot of anti-Facebook backlash going on right now.
Yeah.
He can't really seem to get out of his hot water.
Out of the controversy.
Let's see who else is on this list. Jeff Bezos. He's in he's I wouldn't want to be Jeff Bezos right now.
Nope. Well, you'd have half your fortune going to your soon-to-be ex-wife.
Right.
But...
And you have like an army of lawyers sorting out all your junk, and all your business is all over the news.
Right.
All your private business is all over the news. I mean, the Koch brothers, Bloomberg, Google Larry Page, Google Sergey Brin, the Walmart kids. Yeah, I mean, I really wouldn't want to be any of those guys.
I don't think I would either. Well, let's get to the meat of the issue. If we're in that 1 to 3%, why do we keep doing it? Why don't we just give up?
Well,
do you have an answer for that?
Yeah, I do have an answer for that. I think it's most like the Led Zeppelin song, and I think actually Robert Plant lives by this. Over the hills and far away. Many dreams come true, and some have silver linings. I live for my dream and a pocket full of gold. And I think that's for real. That's what I think. That's how he really lives his life. Because I mean, he could have. Jimmy Page probably insisted, to get Led Zeppelin back together with Bonham's kid or another drummer. I mean, there's a gazillion drummers out there. But I think Robert Plant was like that was an era in my life, and I'm moving on. He's been in a lot of smaller bands. He could have they could have been like the Rolling Stones. They could have been like owning arenas for decades.
For when they're their 50-year tour.
Yeah, but he
had integrity.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he's living for his dream in a pocket full of gold. I don't think most people do just for money. I think people do because
they do it for art.
Well, they do it because they want to. Yeah,
they have to.
They want to make a difference. They want to put some. They want to. They want to leave a legacy out in the world. They want to do meaningful things, I think.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying like Bezos is not doing meaningful things with his space program that's gonna like send people into space, and maybe save the humanity if something bad goes on here. Because NASA's not doing anything lately,
right?
And they're relying on him and Elon Musk to do the space stuff. So he's doing meaningful things too. I just wouldn't want to be him. I wouldn't want to be. I wouldn't want to. For the sake of having like billions of dollars, it's not worth it.
Yep.
I don't think. I would.
Well, yeah. I'm sitting here writing songs for February, and a handful of people will hear them, but I just got to do it because I got to do it.
Yeah.
What else would I do? I'd be miserable.
Yeah, you'd be miserable if you. You're not getting paid a dime, but you just want to write songs because that's what you want to do. Some people want to make. Some people want to build buildings. Some people want to, race cars, play baseball.
Yep.
And I don't think, there's a lot of people out there like that want to play baseball that aren't making millions of dollars.
You're exactly right. They're not any different than the artists and the musicians that we are. So.
Right. A lot of them want to play so bad they're making $300 a month in the minor leagues.
Right. Or they end up coaching or something.
Yeah, working in the wintertime.
Yeah.
But people want to do meaningful things. They don't want to make money, I don't think. Most people.
Yeah. You just nailed it. Meaningful things.
Yeah.
To themselves, whatever.
And I think that's that's a thing. That's a millennial thing. That's really important to millennials, from what I've heard and read.
Yeah.
I mean, even like, even the ones I know are more into doing meaningful things than they are into making a lot of money.
Yep. I'm beginning to relate with that.
So,
oh man.
But I mean, but like, I don't know, like if my generation, what did I just put? I see, I'm not paying attention, and I put eyes on Colby
instead of sunglasses.
That's not his eye. That's not what his eyes look like.
Someday we'll find out, people.
Yeah, someday. I've been thinking about that. That's gonna be like a dramatic thing, maybe. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, I know there's
gonna be really
there's some people out there. I know some people. I'm not gonna name names, but I know some people who changed their what they wanted to do with their life based on money. Like if the industry that they wanted to get into was not making money, they went to school for something else so that they can make money. I don't know if they're living their best life. I don't know if they're living a meaningful life, but I hope they are.
Tough call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not something I would want to do. I mean, I wouldn't want to like go and make a bunch of money. And my parents are kind of like money for a long time. My parents were like, the amount of money you make is how worthy you are to the world. And I think that's their generation. I think that's the baby boomer generation. But over the years, I realized, and especially after I met my wife, I've come to realize, like, I think for myself, it's not about how much money that makes you worthwhile. It's what the worthwhile things you do that make you worthwhile.
Yeah.
So.
Well, there you have it.
Yeah. Keep making stuff. I mean,
keep making stuff, no matter what.
Somebody might listen to it after, or see it, or listen to it after you're dead and buried.
I mean, I don't care if I don't have kids, but if my niece and nephew's kids listen to it, I'll be happy with that.
Yeah.
You know, they pull out my stuff 50 years from now, I go, wow, you know, my great uncle was really pretty cool. He did some cool stuff.
Yeah.
So, that would be nice. I do that now with my relatives who are gone. I have a bunch of stuff collected from them that I'm like, wow, they did some cool stuff.
Yeah, so. I did. When my uncle died in last spring, I think we talked about that some, and he was an amateur photographer, and I'm going to take his pictures, the ones I really like, and make a Tumblr. And
that's a great idea.
Thanks.
I inherited my aunt and uncle's record collection, and I wanted to do a blog or Tumblr about like my aunt and uncle's record collection songs, because they're just a bunch of weird 70s, 80s records that they had. So that's a great idea.
Yeah, you should.
Like the Jane Fonda workout album was one of them. It's some weird ass meditation album with like Kenny Rogers and a bunch of weird, just crazy stuff.
Kenny Rogers on a meditation album?
No, that wasn't the same one, but man, they had a eclectic style. So, all right, so we'll keep on keeping on.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
All right, let's get to a tune. I don't know what I got here. Let's see. I came across a tape of Disaster playing acoustic live in Columbus, Georgia in 2005. and I forgot all about it.
Hey, that's
and
near
I
me.
didn't remember it. Yeah, is it?
It used to not be.
Columbus was a cool little town.
Yeah, it's when I moved to Alabama, I moved near Columbus. I don't know, like that's probably about.
So let me find this song in here. From Valley. I'm gonna call it Valley Forge.
Valley Forge.
I'm just kidding.
Where I live now?
Yeah.
Yeah, Valley is like, I don't know, 20 or 30 minutes away from Columbus.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Well, man, you could go into Columbus and have a fancy night out on the town.
Yeah, we could do that. We got our...
I got a cool little downtown there.
Yeah, I just talked to a guy today who was skating, and he said he went to the skate shop in Columbus.
Cool.
Yeah, they got that kind of stuff. It's built up city.
So let me find it. This is like a 40-minute set. Let me scrub through and find a track here. I was on my game. I was singing good. Go ahead.
What was the name of the venue?
Jeez, I can't remember, dude. It was downtown. I think we were playing later that night, and like I played acoustic solo in the afternoon or something. That's what it sounds like. And there was a cassette recorder set up. And this Christmas, when I was going through some more old tapes, I came across. I was like, man, I forgot all about this. But I think this tape is a little sped up, so it might sound a little fast. But I was on key and just totally in the game. So let's find a tune here. Hold on.
All right.
This might sound really bad. I gotta find an empty spot. Can you hear that when I'm scrubbing through it?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me find this. Oh, really? Okay.
Are you talking to the crowd?
Yeah. Let's see what this is. Whatever this is, we'll go with it. I don't know what song this is.
Alright, what happened? You turned the speaker, okay? It's called Microstar.
Microstar. Alright.
This is a song the band never plays. Alright, what happened? You turned the speaker, okay? It's called Microstar. Waking up 6:15, dreaming of what might happen. Screaming fans, sold out show, rocking to the song I wrote. Interviews on MTV, everybody wants to know me. Hanging on my every word. What is it that they heard? Microstar. Save the day and change the way as you belly up to the bar, playing for a drunken crowd. They wish we weren't quite so loud. They act like they love it all, but won't remember who they saw. I'm down hostage to the scene, selling 3
Yeah.
You there?
Yeah.
All right. Did you hear that?
Yeah. Sounded good.
All right.
And
Oh,
it's
thanks,
kind of
man.
appropriate for what we were talking about today too.
Yeah, actually, you're right. It worked out well.
Yeah.
It worked out well.
And where can you get the amped up version of Microstar?
Full version. Well, you can get it on iTunes, and if you buy one, you'll help my mom out from buying only one copy, and we'll rise out of that 1%. So, or my dad. So, yeah. Microstar was the name of the full album from whatever year that was.
How about Spotify?
Yes, it's available there too on streaming.
Okay.
And let's see, is there another one?
CD Baby.
Dora, maybe. All the streaming services.
All the streaming services.
All right, man. I think so. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that one is. Yeah, should be.
Okay.
Bring us on home with the illustration.
All right. Well, this is gonna be the JT running from Evil JT, and the only difference between them is Evil JT is gonna have like a sneer on his face. So I gotta change the mouth.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like.
So it looks. I don't know if you intended this, but on their thigh, it looks like a eye, nose, and mouth smiling. Not smiling, but.
Like.
You see that?
Here.
On their right thigh, it looks like an eye, a nose, and a mouth. Like they have a face on their thigh.
Eye.
Yeah, that's the eye.
And this is the mouth.
That's the nose.
That's the nose. Oh
yeah.
Wait. Oh yeah. I see it now.
Isn't it weird how somebody else can look at your stuff and see something completely different?
No. It's not weird. It's I think it's called matrixing.
Is it? Okay.
But people are meant to like pick out faces, like they're evolved to pick out faces immediately.
Well, I'm glad I'm evolved.
Which is why I mean, if you watch the ghost shows all the time, they're like, here's a face, but maybe we're just matrixing. And I'm like, yeah, you're probably. They use another. Sometimes they use a different word. I don't know. I forgot what it is, but it means the same thing. Where you're picking out faces, because there was a famous picture of after 9/11, and it showed some like debris and smoke and dust and stuff, and people were like, "Oh, I can see Satan's face in this."
Yeah,
but it was just it was just dust.
Like like where I grew up in Clearwater. Well, in the area, they saw Jesus' face on an office building in the like condensation, and it was a big news event back there.
Yeah,
back in the late 80s, 90s.
Yeah, that
or Jesus in spaghetti or whatever that was.
Yeah, on toast or what?
Yeah,
always something like that.
But I think that really is a face on JT and Evil JT's thigh.
maybe it is. Maybe they have like a parasite.
Yeah. That could be. All right, man, we better wrap it up. So this isn't our second longest podcast.
Okay.
So good stuff.
Yep. Good stuff. Good talk. I think we learned some stuff, maybe.
We were enlightened slightly, one way or another. All right, man. Until next time.
Okay.
Rock on.
Rock on.